My platform is that I am for the district and for the city. I will be elected as an independent councillor for District 1. I'm not a member of any party. And when it comes to that, it is District 1's concerns combining with the issues of the city that I will be elected for. And in order to do that, if the mayor has a fabulous idea for the city, I will support that if I think it suits my district and the city. And if the councillors have it, I will support them. And that is the way a councillor should be approaching when elected. It is not about taking sides. The side you should be taking is your district and the city.
Les questions qui m'ont été posées recoupent une bonne partie de ma plateforme. Il y a juste 3 sujets que j'aimerais rajouter. J'aimerais qu'on travaille à compléter ou à mettre plus d'œuvres d'art murales dans le village de Pointe-Claire. On en a déjà plusieurs, puis ça serait intéressant d'en avoir plus pour créer une attraction pour le village. Il y a aussi quelque chose que j'aimerais aborder, c'est au niveau de la sécurité piétonne à Pointe-Claire. Il faut trouver le moyen, j'aimerais trouver le moyen pour contrôler puis améliorer, adresser la situation pour éviter des accidents.
Well, as far as I understand, I am the person with the most experience. I believe the only one with a proven track record. As I say, I took down Cadillac Fairview. I took down the provincial government when they wanted to knock down Crescent Street in the 80s. I have vast experience in zoning issues. I actually know the rules, so I know when things going through council, as I informed Tim afterward, Mayor Tim Thomas afterwards. I know when the rules are being broken. Basically, I know my way around zoning, around council, around environmental issues. And I've actually done things. And I'm not sure that any of my competitors can claim that. Aside from, it's all very well to want to be on council. But I always put this question here is from the viewer, from your viewer's point of view now, what's in it for me, meaning the viewer? If that question can't be answered, I'm useless. Thank you.
Well, I'm always present. I know the territory and the people. I've worked for my father's business for 4 years full-time before becoming a fireman. What can I say? I've organized things to weird things that you probably didn't hear about. That was stock car races in the early 80s. It was a very big success. We gathered money for the Association du Village, and I've always been active one way or the other. And a lot of people know me, and I know a lot of people. So I think that I'm fit for the job. I've proven that over the two mandates, and I even have people calling me now to say that I have their support. So it's a big responsibility. I don't want to deceive them.
Pointe-Claire citizens want a future that's built on the best of its past. We want a future that is sustainable economically and environmentally. We want any new development to be done for the betterment of the city and taking into consideration the citizens, the finances of the city, the infrastructure of the city, and the quality of life in the city, and putting the needs of the developers second and those of the citizens who live here first. Yes, there's a need for more buildings in our country, but Pointe-Claire cannot solve this problem alone. And we've already done our share of proportionally of densification on the West Island, and we need to take a pause and see where the structures already built have left us in terms of our infrastructure. And vote for me. I'm going to look to do my best to work for all Pointe-Claire citizens.
At first and before all, I'm a guy that is in conformity and compliance, which means, number one, we have to know what we do, why we do it, and what exactly we're aiming at. because here we're talking about public position, most of all we have to establish a clear communication. My idea is to go straight online. Everybody who wants to say something, to be visible for everyone. In terms of keywords, I would say two: the so-called iCanada approach and smart cities. Back in time even of Mr. McMurtry, I had my beginnings with him about these two approaches. In short, that means, number one, the city really to work for the citizen and from the citizens. And the iCanada means that we do not have a high multi-level hierarchy. We have it flat, which means immediately is done.